Hey, what's up, Cubs fans? Here with the group Loyal Cubs fans. Today is August 2nd. Just got done watching the Cubs game, and it was disappointing to say the least. We just seem to be a 500 team since the All-Star break, and you can see playing against tougher competition. Arizona, you win two, lose two. Cardinals are playing all right. We beat them 3 out of 5 games, and then they beat us 2 out of 3. You're playing the Padres. It's always tough to beat a team 4 times in a row, 4-game series, but you're thinking you have a good chance at home beating them 3 out of 4. I mean, Padres have the worst batting in the NL, but you wouldn't know it by today. What was unfortunate is Montgomery did all right. At least he got out of jams. He gave up 7 hits in 5 1/3 innings, but he gave up, he had no runs. He left with the 1-0 lead. He even helped the team out. He was credited with the RBI ground out. It was a weird play where there was guys on first and third, and he kind of hit a chopper, and then the ball was thrown to second base. That was an out, and then Contreras was going home. It was a 0-0 game at the time, and it looked like Contreras was still going to be out by a mile. I need to watch that replay to see why he was so slow going home. I guess he was like thinking that the ball would be thrown home and he would just hold, and then he kind of ran as the ball was thrown to second. And so it looked like Contreras was going to be out by a mile, but he kind of pulled a Baez move, moved his left arm away, and he was ruled out at home. And he was adamant that he was safe. Cubs did a replay, and New York got it right. They don't always get it right, but they call him safe, and he was pretty excited. The team was excited. So Cubs had an early 1-0 lead as we went into the 6th inning, and then Montgomery, he got the leading RBI hit. Montgomery goes back out on the mound on the 6th, and his pitch count was low, like 80 pitches, and thinking, he can get a quality start, although he gave up, a lot of hits, 7 hits, but no runs. Some pretty good defense, double plays, things like that. Montgomery helped get a guy out at home. He's pretty athletic. So he gives up a base runner, 1 out in the 6th. Madden not messing around. Say, yeah, we're bringing a new pitcher, Chavez, who's been unbelievable. Went 9 innings, hasn't gave up a run, striking out a lot of guys, getting a lot of ground outs, low pitches. Think, well, okay, Montgomery, could you give him one more batter? Like you kept him in the inning to bat, and then you're going to take him out after 1 base runner. But Madden thinking, things could go bad with Montgomery potentially. And Chavez, you knew it would happen. He wouldn't give up no runs all year long. He gives up a hit. It's first and third with 1 out. And then Hedges hits a 3-run homer. Could not believe it. That changed the whole game. Cubs are down 3-1. It was kind of depressing, to say the least. It's like, how the hell is San Diego doing it? But I'm thinking, okay, that sucked. Cubs are down 3-1. They're due to get the bats going, you would think, right? I mean, the only good inning they had with traffic on the bases was that inning where they scrapped in a run. And they just couldn't quite get it going. It was one of those nights. And then things got worse with the bullpen, where Wilson, when he was pitching, gave up a couple runs. Dunson gave up a run. Next thing you know, we're down 6-1, and then just could not get the bats going at all. So kind of a bummer start of a series. You're thinking, can we sweep the Padres, take advantage of bad competition, or at least win 3 out of 4? Hopefully we could still come back, win the series at home, win 3 out of 4. Really bummer, especially, you could see maybe Montgomery having a bad night, but he did pretty good considering. Gave up a lot of hits, but he got through those jams. You know, he's statistically it will count as 1 run given up because Chavez came in and, you know, gave up that single and a home run where that guy on first that was inherited scored. Still 5 1/3 with 1 run. I mean, is still pretty good. A lot better than last time where he gave up like 12 hits, 5 runs. But yeah, it was a disappointing night by the bullpen and the Cubs bats. Got to do better than that. It kind of begs the question, how long do we stick with Dunsing and Wilson? Wilson, I believe this is his last year of his contract. If you were to DFA him, then you're still paying him to go away. And then you call up someone from Iowa. You know, Mills had a perfect game. I like this Dakota Makes. His ERA's consistently been like 1.6 through his development since 2016. He's kind of working his way up fast. He's not on the 40-man roster, but you got guys like Trevor Clifton, 3.5, you know, some starters. Underwood pitched good. Like, they're on the 40-man roster. You think, can they do better than, you know, granted, Wilson, fairness, a lot better than last year where he didn't even make the playoff roster. So around on a 3.3 ERA. Maybe went up higher because he gave up a run. Last couple games he gave up a run. That's disappointing. But Dunsing, 7.4 ERA. You would think, how is he still on the team? He did sign a 2-year team-friendly $7 million contract. I don't know. I think sometimes maybe they just really like him because he does a lot of good things in the community, some charitable things. Good guy. He took less to sign with the Cubs. You know, it's not a big contract to eat, but we'll see. I think they're kind of hoping that they can hang in there till September, and then you have a whole bunch of guys you call up. By then, you don't DFA a guy because if they're not good, not a big deal. You have like 12 other pitchers, you know, with the 40-man roster, but we just hope these 4 weeks don't cost us games. I mean, I don't know if you know, you could say the bullpen did cost us a game tonight, but the bats didn't help either. You can't expect to win a 1-0 game. It's always tough to do. The good news is the Dodgers are beating the Brewers 10-2, so the Cubs should remain 1 game ahead in first place. A lot of people say don't just depend on the Brewers losing for Cubs to maintain the division lead, but you know, Cubs maybe could go like 500, and that's kind of the trend. They're 7-8 since the All-Star break. Disappointing, especially under the Madden last 3 years. Well, at least going into the 4th year, that they've been the best second half team. So far, not so great. 7 wins, 8 losses. You know, I know you can make an excuse that you play 12 games in 11 nights. It's going to be brutal. But you're playing San Diego 4 games at home, then you play the Royals. You know, you got done playing the Cardinals 3 games on the road. Never easy. Lost 2 out of 3. But August is the month that you need to rack up a lot of wins. September, you have more call-ups and stuff that will help. We have a brutal stretch where we play 23 games in a row, like August 21st to September 13th. That's going to be a challenge. But September will be tougher. You play more division rivals, and I got to tell you, you know, the Pirates got Archer. Cardinals aren't screwing around. They're getting rid of bad performers. They have some minor league call-ups that are pretty good. So they're not giving up on the division either, but it looks like it will still be the Cubs and the Brewers fighting for first place, and the loser most likely would get the wild card. But you know, August should be the month where Cubs are going to be, you know, getting some separation. Where you have some issues in September, you should be okay. But if they were to go 500, they'd be somewhere around 90 wins. I don't know if 90 wins would be enough or not. We'll see. But you got to do better than 500. You can't expect to go far in the playoffs if you limp the last 2 months around 500, even if 90 wins gets you there. God, was not the start I expected against San Diego. Like I said, beating even a bad team, 4-game series, all 4 games, is very tough to do. But you would think you'd win the first one. Granted, you don't know what you get out of Montgomery. He's always had more success as a bullpen guy. He may go back to the bullpen if Darvish comes back, or there's Smiley that's been simulated game, but it sounds like that's going to be September, unless these guys really do bad, and you maybe give them 1 or 2 rehab starts and just say, let's go for it, try something different. Problem is we're at the point we'd have to DFA a guy in the bullpen if we do that, unless you put a guy in like injured reserves. So we'll have to see what Cubs want to do. It's a money situation. The reality is you don't always have the best 25 men on the roster because you have different business decisions. Guys have seniority. They can't be sent down. There's other issues. So we'll see how things play out. We're looking at 4 weeks until September, one call-up timeline. But we'll try this tomorrow. Cubs play a day game at 1:20. Quintana on the mound. Hopefully a better performance than last time. Was pretty brutal after he had a quality start. You kind of just don't know what you get. But bullpen was doing good till today. But anyway, go Cubs, go.